My name is Brielle. Thank you so much for joining me here today, following along with your online yoga journey at home here at the Power Moves Yoga YouTube channel. In today's class, we will be going through a few series of postures to allow us to feel supported, held, and give our body the restore and rest that it needs. For today's class, we'll need to find a couple of props hanging around at your home. To start, we'll need a big body pillow or a bolster, a couple of blankets. I usually like to use about 2 to 3 in my own personal practice. 2 yoga blocks to help bring the ground a little bit closer to us. And then if you do have a yoga strap, this also comes in handy, which we'll use towards the later half of class. Take a moment now to gather your props, and I'll meet you back here on your space. To start, we're going to set up our yoga strap. You'll notice that there's 2 ends within your strap. One has 2 silver loops and the other has an end. You'll take the strap and you'll thread it through both of your loops. And you want to create a significant loop here, leaving enough space so you can wrap your legs and your knees through. Take the other end and you'll thread it in between both of the loops. And then hug it tight so that it finds a little bit of tension at the end. Once you have your loop set up, set that off to the top of your space. And what we're headed towards first is an easy seat. So take a moment to find one of your blankets and unfold it so that there's about 1 inch to 2 inches up from the ground. We're gonna set it here at the base of our tailbone. And come onto a seat. Allow your hips to rise a little bit higher and your knees to sink down low. You can rest your palms face up to allow energy to pour in, and face down to feel a little bit more grounded. And hug your tailbone in so that your pelvis shifts forward just a little bit. Find softness across your shoulders and tuck your ribs a little bit more towards the middle of your spine. Allow your chin to pull down and find softness across your gaze. And once you find a comfortable position, take a long, deep breath in through your nose, allowing your chest to rise high. And as you exhale, release your air out through your mouth, letting your belly tighten at the base of your spine. Take a full breath in. Exhale, release. One more full breath in, finding one more sip of air at the top. Pause for a moment, and then exhale, release. And come into a natural breath pattern, whatever feels most comfortable here. Allowing yourself to feel grounded from the earth below, and supported here as we find ease. Take 5 more rounds of breath. breath in to reawaken. We'll set up for a grounded cat-cow. I like to press my palms face down. And as you inhale, let your chest rise and pull forward, allowing your throat to open up high. As you exhale, send your palms towards the base behind you and guide your spine backwards. Tuck your chin in. Inhale for cow. Roll your chest forward. Exhale for cat. Hug your back. And take 2 more rounds on your own. Center. We'll set up for full butterfly. This is where we'll go ahead and set up our blocks. Send one facing vertical, and then your other one is going to face flat, right about a fist in front of it. Can kind of tuck underneath and guide your blankets here towards the side. And your bolster is going to actually set up here in front, laying right nice and soft here. Make any tweaks that you need to adjust. And then both of our blankets are going to rest here next to our sides, and at just about 45-degree angle. And then we'll go ahead and we're going to scoot our heels onto our blankets. You might need to hug yourself forward a little bit so that the end of your bolster meets the base of your hips. And then go ahead and trust your belly, chest, and chin forward, and resting comfortably on one of your cheeks. And rest your palms next to you, maybe face up, or maybe wrap your palms around one of the base of your blocks. Your shoulder blades to gently rise forward as your belly is fully supported. Bring your chin back to center and take your time to press the opposite cheek down, making any little adjustments that you need to fully surrender into your bolster. chest and belly. And once you lift, we'll take a little bit of a push back here, using your palms to lift. Now bring your knees together. Take a moment to windshield wiper out side to side, allowing your knees to drape over to one side and then the opposite side. We're headed to next is a supported supine twist. A little bit different. So this time we're going to use our bolster and we're going to set it next to our mat. And this is going to be used to support our spine. You can send your blocks off to the side. We'll come back to those a little later within class. And go ahead and wrap one of your blankets at about 4 inches length. This will be used to rest our head on. And then your opposite blanket, we'll fold that guy in half as well. And we'll slowly lower down, letting our spine and vertebrae press into our mat individually. And then roll onto your side for fetal pose. And once you come onto your left side, extend your left arm long. And let your shoulder touch the top of your head blanket. You want to leave a little space so that your blanket is right underneath your base of your skull. You might need to hug your bolster a little bit closer so that it presses and supports your spine. And then you'll use your other blanket here and press it in between your legs so that you take any tension off of your hips. Your right hand you can either press next to you, or you can wrap your opposite hand around your bolster to open up both shoulders. And once you find a comfortable position and you work out any tweaks, find a few deep moments of stillness. If your hand is wrapped over your bolster, bring it back to center. Release the blanket between your inner thighs. And gently roll yourself back so that your heart faces the sky. Find supine ball, wrap your palms around your shins, and tuck your knees in towards your nose. Maybe rock a little side to side. Release. We'll set up for our supported supine twist on our opposite side. We'll gently rotate our bolster here so that the bottom of our bolster and the top of our bolster connects with the length of our spine. We'll roll over to fetal pose on our right side and find length as you reach your right hand out long. And soften your shoulder, relax your temple. And take a moment to hug your bolster in tight towards your back. And then guide your extra blanket between your legs. And take a moment to adjust on this side. And if you hugged your bolster on the opposite end, do so as well here, just to even out both energy fields. It's tempting to hold on to anything. Maybe you're squeezing your legs, or maybe you're holding tight to the side of your bolster. And if you can, see if you can release your grips, trying to find softness here. Imagine yourself melting further into the ground below. When you're ready, send your left hand back over to reground. Removing the blanket between your legs. We'll slowly roll ourselves back to center. Find supine bow. Grab hold of your shins, creating the tightest little seed of compression that you can. Feel free to rock a little side to side. And take a moment to roll up and down the length of your spine. We'll take our time to roll up to back to an easy seat. The next posture where we're headed to is a Psoas Support Hold. Now your psoas is this muscle that connects the top half of your body with the lower half of your body, connecting your spine to your legs. And it's important to kind of release this hold so that we're able to release tension off of our low back and our hips. So to set up for our Psoas Support Hold, we'll keep our blanket for our head support right here. We're actually going to use our block and our strap for this one. So we created our loop. And take a moment to kind of thread your feet through. And guide your block vertically so that the longer side of your block is pressing in towards your inner thighs. We'll use our strap to kind of seat belt our block and our legs together. So this is where you might want to tighten your strap by pulling onto the loose end. Once you find a correct and a posture that feels good here within the hold, send the metal part of the hoops here up forward so that it's not laying against your skin. And then using your palms, we're going to slowly press back, allowing our spine to melt down back into our mat. And then press the base of your skull into your blanket. Leave a little space here within your neck. Ground your feet into the ground and rest your palms heavy next to you. Now it's tempting to squeeze our block hard in between our legs, but this is what the strap is used for, so that it holds the tension for us, so that we're able to soften and let go. You might start to notice a little bit of movement within your hips. That's just your body allowing itself to relax and soften. Find 5 full, complete breaths. When you're ready, add some movement within your palms. Hug your knees in the center. And slowly loosen your strap so that you can remove your block. And roll over to one side. We'll find fetal pose. And tuck your chin in towards your heart. And create a little pillow with your bicep. Use your palm to slowly press yourself up. We'll remove our strap. Scoop your feet up and in. We'll set our strap off to the side. What we're headed to is our last posture of class today. It's a combination of 2 different holds. It's called supported bound reclined ankle pose. So the top half of our body will be in a supported fish, whereas the lower half of our body will be in a reclined bound ankle pose. So to set up, we'll go ahead and grab our blocks. And set aside your head blanket. And this is where you can kind of feel around how much height that you want for your chest to open. I like to leave 1 block tall behind and 1 block kind of on its side here. And go ahead to grab your bolster and then lean your bolster up against your blocks. Again, you might need to adjust here a little bit. Now, I like to have extra comfort within my head and my neck, so this is where my 3rd blanket comes into handy. We'll rest this right on top so that our head is fully supported. Go ahead and grab your other 2 blankets. You'll kind of burrito them up next to you and you'll leave them about an angle so that they match right underneath your knees. And when you're ready, we'll we'll hug our tailbone next to the base of our bolster. We'll find our butterfly legs, so press the soles of your feet together. And when you're ready, use your palms to slowly support your chest down, allowing your head to meet the base of your bolster. And take a moment, set up your burritos. We'll let our blankets kind of meet right where our knees will fall. And even if your knees can touch all the way to the ground, the goal here is to find softness as we lengthen through across our muscles and all those tiny ligaments within our hips. And once you're ready, let your palms drape down next to you. We'll soften our collarbones. Relax your shoulders. And softness through your gaze. You're more than welcome to stay here in this posture if your time allows. If you're ready to move on with the rest of your day, take 5 more breaths, taking a moment to recharge your mind, your body, and your spirit. Movement within your fingers, your toes, using your palms, and gently bring your knees to close. And using your palms, hug the top of your knees to slowly pull your heart forward. Find Sukhasana, easy seat. Take a breath in, reach your palms high overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. The love, light, and energy within me is the same love, light, and energy within each and every one of you. Thank you for taking your time to practice with me today. Namaste.